the Urban Binge Radio Podcast,
where we discuss viral topics, hot jams, new artists, fun, and informative interviews and conversations. This is your news stop for the hottest trend in urban culture news. 2 shows, 1 podcast, the Urban Binge Show and Sunday Flow Show powered by the Urban Binge.
The Urban Binge Radio Podcast. Listen anywhere podcast can be heard.
Projections and the letdowns. Now it's hard to make it through the crowd. I'm established. They know I'm established.
I guess egos are involved right now, but an ego can get your ass kicked.
We would beat your ass.
Me mugging. Run up if you want to.
So let me talk about 1 or 2 things from Watch What Happens Live. One thing I wanted to say from Watch What Happens Live is that Tasha and Coco was on there together. Woohoo! Yay! So Andy Cohen asked her from the jump, we got to get this out the way. You recently just went live and said your husband and you are in open relationships. How true or how false is that? She said she did not mean to say open relationship because he ain't got it that good. He can't go fuck other bitches.
You said on Instagram Live recently, and it got so blown out of proportion, that you have an open marriage. What you meant was...
Oh my God. We communicate. We have open communication.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And
then we keep things private. Yeah,
and it got blown up to say...
He doesn't have it that good, no.
Okay. I just wanted to clear that up because I heard that, and I was like, yeah. Okay.
I was emotional that day, but yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all think I don't know. I know everything. I'm not oblivious to things. My husband and I, what y'all don't understand, we do have an open relationship. We have spoken about things. That is my private business. But because I'm sharing my heart with y'all, I'm letting y'all know, please, stop it.
He wasn't supposed to be fucking these bitches, I'm assuming. Secondly,
so then what about the ones he is fucking?
I'm just totally shocked because her words was that something that a lot of people don't like to talk about or tell is that they're in an open relationship. And that's what we have. We have an open relationship. That's what the fuck she said.
Do we have problems? Are we perfect? No, we're not. Is he perfect? No, he's not. Am I perfect? I'm not perfect. I'm very much aware of the allegations that are happening about him. I see everything. As a wife, you see everything. But with our relationship, some people keep the fact that they have an open relationship quiet. They want to keep it private. But we have that. And for us to be judged or whatever by the things that people are saying, y'all keep judging, y'all keep living, y'all got marriages, everybody ain't gonna always be true. Things happen. At the end of the day, do I stand beside my husband? I know. Y'all think I don't know. I know everything.
So I'm totally fucking confused. If an open relationship meant open communication
Don't
about
nobody
the
ever say
things
the
we
words
feel
open
like
relationship for open communication.
For open communication, Tasha. How stupid do you sound, Tasha? That
How
you just trying
stupid
to
do you
clean
think
this
we
up.
is, bitch?
Like I said in my previous video, if you guys have not watched it, make sure you guys go check out Rico Live. Gary broke that news to her. She was clearly looking like,
oh, one of your hoes was on Tasha K.
And you was on Tasha K. No wonder why you was talking so low. Listen to how he's talking to Tasha, like he's talking under his breath. Like he's talking under his breath. There were times where he projected his voice a little bit, but he damn sure didn't sound like he was being loud, and he didn't sound like he wanted somebody to know his voice. Because I was like, is that a sissy? Right. This gay boy talking. This sounded like a straight Atlanta sissy that was talking. But apparently it was Rocky Bivins on the phone with Tasha K, and it didn't look like Tasha knew that at all. Tasha Scott, when Gary broke the news on Ricky Smiley Live. It looked like she was not privy to this and totally looked over at him like, I'm about to punch you in your face, Negro.
Now, Rocky, this story with this mistress woman, which really bothered me, my thing is just, how in the hell could she sit there and be very disrespectful to LaTocha, going out on sites talking about that she was with you for 5 years, you cried in front of her and stuff, you tongue kissed and all that stuff. That was very tacky her. Can y'all not sue her or do something about it? Because I just thought it was very disrespectful.
We dealing with it from a legal standpoint, so the less I say, the better. I'm
y'all suing her?
I have to, yes. Come on, man. Listen.
You need to.
Listen, I'm going to say this. The other day I got a phone call, because I want to address this. I got a phone call from Tasha K, right? Didn't know I was being recorded. Just talking. She trying to get an interview. And all of a sudden, the whole world is replaying something I said illegally, because I didn't know I was being recorded. And she called because of this female that is saying a bunch of stuff that I've been told to be quiet about until it, plays out in court.
Well, can y'all understand that when it's 7 people on this reality show, and since day one, I have been attacked on every level. The minute I said I wanted to do music, gospel music, I have been attacked. You've never heard nothing about me. I've been a wife, a mother. I've done my job. I'm in this industry. So now it's coming where the television comes on and everybody's for TV.
Oh, I'm the bully too. I'm a bully. I control my wife.
Saying,
I tell her what
I don't have a brain. I've been doing this before I got with him.
And Brad, you know me.
But yeah, she's a big ass liar, and I'm pretty sure this will be all over the blogs tomorrow. And I hope she knows she got more shit to face, because she's about to have to face all this she just said, because everybody about to have this all over the blogs tomorrow. She full of shit. She clearly said, because that's what we have. We have an open relationship. She's a liar, and like we said, she said whatever Rocky set her up to goddamn say, even if it don't benefit her, even if it's not good for business. As long as it's good for him, say it. Anyway.
Tasha, Owen wants to know your reaction to Kandi referring to Rocky as your brain and that you won't answer questions unless he's around.
Everybody knows I answer questions when my husband's not around, but he's very smart. Iron sharp as iron. So that's what it is. 28 years, babe.
By the way, he's not around right now, and you're answering all of my questions.
I'm just saying.
So thank you. All right.
So Andy also asked her, one last thing that I wanted to say. Andy asked her about whose side. Do you feel like your mother takes your side over Tamika, and why would that be if that's the case? She said, no, my mother don't do that. But let me say this, that Tamika was a rambunctious child. That was the word she used, that her sister was a rambunctious child. When they would tell her not to do things, she was still doing it. She was rebellious. She didn't listen. She was just hard-headed. And so to me, I can't help but to hear her say, and that's why my mama treat her the way she treat her. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like all she was saying is, and that's why my mama mistreat her and treat me better. It's like, are you really giving justification for why your mother treats her better when this is supposed to be the lady that birthed y'all? So yeah, if I was Tamika, I would definitely be crying. I would definitely feel like an outcast. I would definitely feel left out anyway.
Do you feel that your mom plays favorites when it comes to you and Tamika? Or is she, being dramatic when she says you're her mom's favorite?
Well, let me just say this. My sister was very rambunctious coming up. When I tell you she got in trouble by all of our aunts, she got kicked out of school. That's where she met Tiny. Okay. So she's always had that thing. And anytime my mother and I would try to talk to her, it's like changes. So it would probably seem to her like we're one-sided. But no, we never wanted her to be in trouble. But no, Tamika has had issues. Yeah.
Scene 4, we're on SWV and Xscape practicing, and when Kandi then walked in this bitch, Coco is singing her face off. The lady can blow, okay? Nobody can sing like Coco Gamble, okay? I'm just saying, this lady can sing. Tasha loves it to be all about her, though. I think it comes from her thinking she was ugly, which caused her to have low self-esteem. I think Tasha's always thought she was ugly, so now with her being famous and knowing how to sing, and her singing got her famous, I think it blew her head up more than it already was. Literally. I think it really blew her head up. And right. And now she has this cockiness about her. Especially after getting in the industry, and men were probably constantly trying to sling dick at her, throw nuts at her, you know what I'm saying, money at her for pussy. And it made her feel really, really beautiful, I'm sure, which in turn caused a lot of the cockiness that she has, or that she portrays now, because let her tell it, she ain't cocky. She really cried some true tears in the trailer the other day, so I'm not gonna go too hard on Tasha, okay? She really cried some true tears. I said tried some true tears. I'm fucking up. Cried some true tears in the trailer the other day.
But we need to sit down as sisters and not go through this in the social media. Like on social media, it's not good.
Tasha thinks she is like the head over the ladies. The way she walked in with this entourage of people, and Lele said Diana Ross is in the building. Lele is joking, but honestly, it is like she's Diana Ross, and that's not good. Everybody is not Diana Ross. Okay, everybody's not Beyonce, and Tasha damn show ain't. And when Coco solo career didn't make it, I think Tasha should have known then. You know, I'm not gonna make it because Coco can sing better than Tasha, and if Coco didn't make it, Tasha should have known she wasn't gonna damn make it. I'm sorry, Tasha. I'm sorry. But the choreographer also got upset with the ladies, and I was wondering, did the choreographer get upset with Xscape, or did the choreographer get upset with Kandi? But she's so rich he couldn't take it out on Kandi because she the only two left foot person up here. Okay, she got two left feet. She the one can't dance. Okay, everybody know that about Kandi. She already made that clear. Todd though, she wants all of the heat. Okay, her confessionals are very Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, like the shade that she throws is very Housewives of Atlanta. One of the things she said was,
Todd, bang my chest.
don't do it like that. Now, she do got a big ass chin, and she is giving Tarzan. She do look like she is descendant of Tarzan, but the bitch is reading. She said, what she say? What you say she said, Jay? She do be reading though.
She said, SWV always gonna be on point. I don't know what point they're gonna be on.
That was some good shade. In the moment, that was some really good shade. I gotta say, she be coming with some hard ass Housewives of Atlanta shade. But SWV, they asked everybody to come back on stage so that they can do Living in Vain. Now we know that Coco they've covered a Clark Sister songs on one of their albums as well.
Everyone, would they be okay with being on stage
doing
while
it? And Todd
singing?
spoke for everyone. Right. And Todd spoke for everyone. And Coco and Lele is a follower. Okay, Lele follows anything Coco says. And I mean, I guess that's okay to be, kinda, because she do got her own mind. But when it comes down to this, if I want to follow my sis, bitch, I'm gonna follow my sis. But I mean, it's okay. It's okay if she wants to follow her. In these situations, I think Coco, for the most part, I think Lele has a mind of her own. I do believe Lele has a mind of her own. I totally believe Lele has a mind of her own. Why don't you believe so?
Because she was always stuck up Coco ass, and they kicked Taj out and kind of alienated her.
We did just run across this show on We TV Network back in the early 2000s. SWV had a show where they brought the ladies back together. They hadn't performed in some years, like 10 years or something like that, 8 years, and they wanted to bring them back together, do a show, and for Summer Jam Fest or something like that. And they brought the ladies back for a show, and in the show it looked like Taj and Coco might have had some dealings with the same man, or Todd slept with Coco's man. Maybe I was making a mistake and maybe we were seeing it wrong, but I was like, if that's the case, they have way more serious drama than Xscape got, and they need to really go to Iyanla Fix My Life and get some help. But Coco could sing. I do understand where they coming from. Oh God, here she go. Anyway, so they asked all the ladies would they come back up. All the ladies were glad to come back up and do Living in Vain, which is Xscape song that they recorded that covers Clark Sisters' original in Living in Vain. And Coco them agreed partially to come up there, although Coco kind of made it clear that if she did come back up there, she probably wasn't going to sing, but she would stand there, which I found very petty. Coco is very, very, very petty, but what do you expect when you come from New York City? There's a lot of people from up here, and they are petty. I feel like they are the definition of shiesty, and they are the definition of petty. They can be the most pettiest and the most shiestiest, I feel like, here. That's what these people are. But SWV knew what they were doing when they stood on the top step. They said, we're going to stand on the top step. You guys stay down there on the stage. We won't even come way down there. We'll just stay up here, sing the song, and we'll sing it separately. And everybody else was saying it looks a little bit more cohesive if everybody is standing at the bottom stage together. And I feel like it probably was no big deal if they did stand up there. It still would have looked fine because they did come before them, and it is still a stage. You know what I'm saying? But I get the point and the look of it. It looks like we're on top and y'all down there. That's what it looks like to Xscape's people out in the audience looking at this. And SWV people are like, shit, they're on hush mouth. They like, shit, we don't give a fuck, shit. Y'all want to be at the top, y'all want to stand at the bottom, let it work out like that. Tasha's not really putting in much input. Tasha's only coming for the money, and let her tell it it's gonna be for the fans. But for the most part, her and Rocky are coming for the money so that they can possibly
let LaTocha
keep...
tell her it's gonna be for the Lord.
Right. So Todd is going off. Todd is highly upset. She's going off on everybody. And as Coco, every time I refer to Coco, I say SWV. I can say Lele and Todd's name, but when I say Coco name, for some reason, I keep wanting to say SWV. I don't know why. But Coco said that she is not the one always going off. She called attention to the fact that she's not the one always going off. Todd should be the one always going off, but it doesn't matter what Coco say. Coco damn sure the one that'll go off first. I think she done rubbed off on her little sis Todd or her big sis Todd, and I just think that she is just like her.
Or little big sis Todd, whatever.
Yeah, because I don't know what it is, because she's a tall bitch. But they done straight went in on Don Juan. Don Juan said something was whack or corny or something, and Todd thought she might have heard him say, oh, you know, I think somebody ended up revealing that it was Don Juan that said corny. Somebody said Don Juan, and Don Juan looking like, bitch, oh shit.
For y'all, we talking about women empowerment, kumbaya, cause this is...
That sounds corny.
Who said that sounds corny?
Who the hell ordering us around?
Don Juan.
Don. Shut the up.
Y'all be thinking it's me. It ain't. It ain't me.
And I can't even front. I'm at my wit's end with this shit, right?
This girl told Don Juan, shut the fuck up. Now, I don't know if that was a edit in or if she really said that, because
it had to be
Kandi,
because Don Juan ain't finna let her tell him shut the fuck up.
No, I don't think so either. I'm like, Don Juan would never let, but maybe so because there's so many people here. They're Grammy Award winners. You know what I'm saying?
Who Grammy Award winners?
Not Grammy Award winners. I'm sorry. They should be Grammy Award winners. They're Grammy nominated artists. Right. They are on a high caliber. So Don Juan probably like, I'm not about to argue with SWV or nobody from that group. But I don't believe that was said at that time. They took the camera off Todd, and I think Kandi would have definitely checked Todd for saying that. I do not think Kandi would have let that ride unless Kandi was just completely on a whole nother, level at that time. But Kandi don't play about her damn Don Juan, okay?
I'm a don't start none, won't be none type of person. But once you start it, I'm going to finish it.
Ending on Living in Vain, I felt like works perfectly. They both have credited the Clark sisters to be, their top harmony group that they look to. They both credited, and let me say, they both by the lead singers, because Tamika and Tasha have both said that Clark Sisters was a group that they listened to. And Coco has said that often, that Clark Sisters is who she looked to. She loved Karen Clark Sheard and the Clark Sisters. She always says that. But ending with that song would have been great. They just kind of tricked me because I thought they were ending with that song, but Jay told me at some point in the show, I believe, if Jay's not incorrect, Jay said that at some point in the show, who was it, Lele or somebody told
Lele said that they was gonna let Xscape have the last song.
All right, so Lele said we're gonna let Xscape have the last song, and I totally missed that part. I don't even know what scene that was on.
Speaking of the set list, we decided that we was gonna let them do Understanding before the closing song.
Yeah, if that makes y'all comfortable and that makes you happy,
it's just no reason to just go back and forth about it no more.
So scene 5, let's move on to scene 5. We're at the concert show. And this is basically what they've been working up to the entire time. So we have 2 more scenes after this, Jay. And Tamika says she has not spoken to her sister. She did a confessional. She said she has not spoken to her sister. She told the girls that she ain't spoken to her. They on the way to the show. She's like, look, I ain't talked to her. I don't know what the hell she had. I guess she'll be here.
When we're not right, my sister and I not right, nothing's right. I'm gonna reach out to her again. I'm gonna try to talk to her again, but it's like outside of business, we still sisters. I still love my sister.
Right.
I want the best for her.
But I think that Tasha's whole point, like I said, of doing these shows is just to get her and Rocky some money. I do feel like Rocky does cocaine. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know if he does. That I do not know if Rocky do cocaine. He shows the signs of a person that does cocaine, but Rocky may not. I don't know. I'm not saying Rocky is on cocaine. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm saying based off his expressions, his eyeballs, the way he was looking on Ricky Smiley show with them bug ass eyes, and the way he looking in these confessionals. He's giving.
He on some.
A good snow.
It's Coke. Yes. All right, we got him. Good work, Brian. You still got a little. Oh, thanks.
But I don't know. Let's say allegedly. Allegedly. I don't even know if that's the right word to say, but I'm not saying he is. I ain't heard that he was, and I'm not saying he is. I'm speaking based off of what I see. Okay, and I'm not saying he is. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he is, and I have not heard he was. Okay. But that's what he give. And I really hope Tasha wouldn't be dibbling and dabbling in cocaine. I really hope she wouldn't be doing that. That would be
it's
crazy.
vegan. Hey.
But you know, when you get new money, you do new drugs sometimes. So, and right, it is vegan. I wouldn't be surprised. Really, you gonna say it's vegan? And it's sad that Tasha is the way that she is. I think that she should walk away from the group and just leave the group. But Kandi is very petty. The way Kandi is in his confessional.
Now, what do all those people do? I don't know. Her assistant got an assistant.
Right.
The people that are traveling with me are my team. Darling, it's giving. My team consists of makeup artists. I have a videographer that goes along with me. Did I say assistant? I have my chef. So my wardrobe, my stylist, I gotta stay on point. What you thought? It's Tasha. Okay.
Tasha is like trying to portray like this big image of, I'm the biggest, I'm the best, it's like, girl. Nobody cares.
She's petty. She's like the nan nanny boo boo type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what Kandi is. She like a nan nanny boo boo type of bitch. Like, I'ma get you, That's what Kandi get me. Like, she'll make you just be like, oh, bitch, you get on my nerve. And this is what Kandi does to her haters and people that don't like her. She kind of do that type of thing to them. Like, I'm here, you're there. But it wouldn't be like that if you don't step on Kandi's toe. You won't even see that part of Kandi. But when you do go there, she will completely give you everything you don't like her for. You know what I'm saying? She'll really lay a load on you. It's unfortunate that she's the way she is, but it is natural. It's just who Kandi is. It's just like when a person get older and they have Alzheimer's, they cannot help their Alzheimer's. It's just like our zodiac signs. Sometimes we can't help it. We can pray, Lord, take this out of me. Lord, change this about me. And God can possibly help and change it. But for the most part, you are like you are because you're zodiac sign. And it ain't no changing it. Sorry, baby girl. Anyway,
I'm just on edge because this doesn't make sense. Nobody's listening.
Let's just take it easy.
We've been taking it easy.
I know. Let's take it a little more easy.
I guess egos are involved right now, but an ego can get your ass kicked. Walking all over us, and y'all from New York? I don't have no more medication. I ran out. I just want to fight right now. We would beat your ass. Me mugging.
It's gonna be a whirlwind night. Run up if you want to.
That was so. And then they're gonna put Tasha right next to her. I'm sorry, Coco got a nasty attitude, but bitch.
Right.
Oh my God. Did you just hear Coco? Tasha need to be quiet. This bitch. Damn, this was strong. This was so strong. This was ridiculous. Listen.
To find that someone who is care to satisfy me, to stare by me. How? Who can I run to? Tell me when I need life.
Oh my. Good job, Tasha. Tasha can sing too. The girl can blow, but man, the way this girl vibrato is so smooth. She don't do too much. Coco don't do too much. That was not too much. All this, Tasha, like, Tasha. Oh my God. Tasha.
I don't know what it is that you've done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing, yeah. It's a feeling that I want to stay.
I know.
Girl.
if she would just stop doing all of that, she would sound. Not that she can't sing. It's just like Tasha. It's
I'm
too
not
much.
afraid of change.
She sounds so crispy.
Who is cat is satisfying me to stare above me? How?
My what?
Who can I run to?
Girl, what did you drink this morning?
Tell me.
Okay. Her throat
When
was
I
crispy as hell this morning. I don't know what the hell she was going through, Coco, but this day was a good day for her because she fucking killed it. Coco don't always kill it like that now. That was a fucking Coco. That was good. She can sing now. Everybody know that about Coco. The girl can sing. Okay, let's get started.
That's why they doing that, because people are so petty. It's like, people have said this already, but we have literally made a culture out of being fucking negative. These are the two people who have caused the most drama and issues between all of these women. And of course, people love the fact that they want to try to compare them to each other, that now they're acting like friends. They were just on Watch What Happens together. All of that shit. It's like, I just can't.
Okay, we are on episode 6, SWV, Xscape, Queens of R&B, the final episode. Let me say before the show gets started that the drama has really dimmed down a lot between Tamar and Kandi, and between Xscape and LaTocha, and Kandi and LaTocha. I could say that we probably they probably still have some issues amongst themselves, but I think that for the most part, the public drama of it all has seemed to dim down a lot. I don't think over the week anything major happened besides Kandi doing her typical speak on it and probably stepping on some toes in the middle of doing it. But other than that, the drama is really settled. It's really calmed down tremendously between them. Oh my God. Anyway, no drama has happened over the break that I know of. Tasha wants to apologize to her sister. As we know, they don't have each other's number. Tamika was on Watch What Happens Live last Sunday, and she was being very messy. And I mean, if you're gonna go on Andy Cohen Live, fuck Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen Live, then you know you gotta be a little bit of messy.
Tamika almost cried her eyebrows off when she finally hugged it out with her sister, but when her eyebrows are safely intact, we want to know what raises them in a round of Can You Defend Her? Can you defend Tasha's suspicion that Kandi might have had something to do with her solo project being shelved back in the day?
No.
Okay, can you defend Tasha speaking for all of Xscape?
No.
Okay. I'm shady. What can I say?
All the time. So I was totally not surprised that he was being messy as hell. That Tamika was being messy as hell. Kind of sort of like poking the bear. I kind of consider that poking the bear because she don't have to play the shady game with Andy. What does Andy owe her, and what is Andy gonna give her if she doesn't? And if she do, what is Andy gonna give her? Like he giving her a bonus check, so she didn't have to poke at the girl, but she did. She went to Watch What Happens last week and was very messy. Anyway,
can you defend her staying with Rocky for so many years?
Scene 1, I don't know if they had a transition scene, but scene 1, they're in the studio. We're in the studio with Xscape, but they left off where they left off last week, and I still stand where I stand. I say sue LaTocha, and I think you guys should sue LaTocha before she sue y'all. I'm sorry, if it's a frivolous lawsuit, file a frivolous one, damn it. Just hop on it before this bitch hop on it, even if they throw it out without prejudice. Like, hop on it before she hops on it. I don't trust Rocky as far as I can throw his motherfucking
I don't know where they're keeping all that goddamn money in. It's in LaTocha head.
Right. Well, her big head ass. But she, you know what? Now that you bring that up, let me say that I think that Tasha is very envious of where Tiny and Kandi is. And I think that she do be stealing money because she has this belief that if she keep getting money and stashing it up, she can be as rich as Tiny and Kandi. I think you said that before. She envies where Kandi is because she was supposed to be there. She was the voice, Curtis.
But I've got the voice, Curtis. I've got the voice.
And feels like it was taken away from her because although Kandi don't have the voice I have, she has a louder voice than I do. Kandi can make shit happen. She can shake and bake shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And make it happen instantly. But I'll say again, listen, ladies, sue her before they hop on it because at any moment, Tasha and Rocky Bivins, I think, will sue y'all. Any opportunity they have, they're going to file a lawsuit on y'all ass. But I want to know, is it a little bit too late to kick her out? Is it too late to kick her out of the damn group? Because when Kandi was in the group, like I said last week, they were able to change their name, go get another trademark, Xscape, with the 3 on the end of it, which didn't make it technically Xscape. It was Xscape 3, right? If you read it right, it's really not Xscape. But I guess they went and trademarked that name because Kandi left and Kandi didn't want them to use it. Based off what Kandi said tonight on her speak on it, the name was trademarked by Tasha and Tamika.
Okay, shout out to Larry Reid. Do you want it to stay 4? And if it stays just 3 girls, could LaTocha legally keep you guys from using the Xscape name? That's a good question. Okay. As far as it being 4 members, as of right now, it's just 3. Child, we need Ayana to come fix our life. It's deep. It's deep, very deep. As far as the name, legally, Tamika and Tasha own the name. They trademarked the name, just the 2 of them. When we first started doing shows without Tasha, we asked our representation, which is our agent, and asked her, how does she feel about us using the name? And the manager said, go ahead, y'all fine, y'all can use the name, whatever. Tasha hit us on the group text. This was before she changed her number. And was like, so what we doing about this name situation? Because when Kandi wasn't doing shows with us, y'all, she didn't want us to use the name, or she wanted us to use a different name. So what y'all gonna do?
And I'm not surprised because once again, that's a part of them wanting to be rich, wanting to be as rich as Tiny and Kandi, or they probably did this when they seen Kandi and Tiny on an upward slope of becoming more famous than Xscape, the group itself. So they probably hopped on it, bought the name, and thought that buying the name would give them more money than the other 2 ladies, which it probably does. They probably get paid more than Kandi and Tiny because they own the name. And when people want to use the name, I'm sure they get a bonus or an extra, for that, right? Is that
right?
Oh, is that possible? Yeah. They get an extra little kickback for the fact that this is their title, their name that Tasha came up with and trademarked and owns. So I think they should kick Tasha out the group. Tasha, she played like she didn't know. Same scene where they pulling up the receipt, showing her, bitch, Rocky did this. He took an extra fee and blah, 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 blah. Anyway.
One of the promoters that we work with a lot dropped a bomb on us, okay? With receipts. And I love a receipt. So basically, Rocky was working with the promoter. He was giving Rocky a kickback or an extra fee on top of whatever he was paying us.
Transition 1. Jay brought up the fact that Tiny be wearing tip musty ass drawers.
Nah, I'm ready.
You wear those?
Well, yeah.
No, you don't. Don't lie.
I wear them around the room.
Okay, cool.
I didn't even notice that. You said Tiny be wearing tip musty drawers. She had tip drawers in her hand.
Yeah, I think she said she wearing or something.
And Todd came in the room slanging. Okay, I just have to bring up these little tidbits because we always talk about Todd's slanger wanga wanga. And tonight, he was really slanging wanging, for real.
Well, damn.
But I am astounded that Tasha, when they skip over to Tasha in this transition scene, typically I don't want to talk about transition scenes, but I'm only talking about this one because Tasha, when they switched to her, she was in the car with Rocky, and it just really shocked the hell out of me that in her confessional she would say, y'all see how she did Kandi, completely lied about something that wasn't even true, or something like that. I was just like, whoa, is this girl really the definition of low down? Like, did you really use that against her, knowing that she lied on behalf of you.
Right.
I don't know why Tamika would do, the things that she's doing. She does lash out. She accused somebody back in the day of something they said they didn't do.
Had Jermaine not been sleeping with Kandi, the group might not have broken up. That's what she liked to do. She slept with the whole Soso Delph. She slept with his daddy. She just liked to sleep around. That's what she do.
We're on scene 2, SWV and Xscape on the way to sound check, and I didn't have really anything to say about this. They were on the way to sound check. They sound great. They look great. Whatever. Transition. SWV them.
Okay.
They was on the way to sound check. I don't even know what happened at scene, but I don't really give a fuck. Transition 2. I don't really have shit about that either. They went to go get lunch. Scene 2. It was not much going on in scene 2. Didn't really give a fuck about scene 2. We moved on from scene 2.
The show is 2 days away and everything is still not together.
Nah, y'all can cut that part out because then y'all can just go straight into this.
So there are some concerns here. 2 days away.
So we're sitting at lunch with Tasha and Rocky Bivins. So as you know, like I said, transition 2 was the ladies at lunch. They done went from Tiny to Kandi, everybody at lunch. And scene 3, that was the setup for scene 3. Scene 3, they were going to rest and sit here at Tasha and Rocky's house so that they can have lunch and we can watch their conversation and whatever the fuck they were discussing at the time.
Right.
But it tripped me out the way he butters her up. I don't even know what the word is. Sometimes I don't have the proper words to use. But he really be gassing her up. You know what I'm saying? Like making her... And I mean, that's what husband's supposed to do. You're supposed to make your woman feel like she is the world, like she is better than the next bitch. Like she means everything to you. Nobody voice. You think Beyonce can sing, baby? No, you can sing. That is how you're supposed to make your woman feel.
No, it's not.
But it is. You're supposed to uplift her, even if you got to tell a little bit of lie to her to make her feel good. Sometimes men do, but they do. Sometimes men do. And I think Rocky is just far gone with it. I think he's just really far gone with it. And I think he don't do it to lift her up. He also does do it to benefit him. He also do it to benefit himself. Or he also does it to benefit himself. Right? Is that what I meant to say? Does it to benefit himself. And I don't think it matters what it is. Like it could be, the food could be horrible and Rocky will go buy McDonald's, lie about it and say it was so good, but go buy McDonald's behind her back, like that type of shit, just to get what he want, like, and to continue making her keep her mind in this box, in this belief box, like this is what you believe about me, this is what you see about me, don't see or believe anything else. It's like he puts her mind in a corner about him, like she can't see any other way about Rocky but the way Rocky makes her to believe he is. It's real difficult to explain sometimes because I don't have the proper words. I didn't go to Florida State University and get no degree in nothing.
That sounds like
or
manipulation.
to any college for that matters. Right, it is. It is manipulation. It's master manipulation is what it sounds like, because if you can manipulate your wife of 28 years to see you in a certain light that is not accurate fully, then imagine what he can get her to believe about other people that he has dealings with more, or that she has dealings with. He can control her mind. But this man said in the confessional, they finally gave him a confessional together, not separately, of course. And he says in his confessional, they can't prove it. And I mean, to me, that's the statement of a liar. If anything, you should be very adamant in saying, I didn't do it. I mean, I want to talk to Tamika and figure out what is going on and why she believes this, and show me your documents so that I can figure this thing out and we could go figure this out together, because you need to get your money. I don't have it, but we need to somehow get you your money. You have to, like, I don't understand, where is it, that you would say they can't prove it. And also, It ain't kickback if I set it up. I set it up. He needs to have no deal. We don't even want you to set nothing up. If we can't get concerts without Rocky Bivins, then we don't want concerts. We don't want shows if we can't get them without Rocky. They need to get to that point. The thing is, they're not telling what it is. Rocky be getting them checks because he is the R. Kelly type of negotiator. He's the Michael Avenatti type of negotiator. So he knows how to manipulate people and force them and coerce them into paying the ladies more than what they are probably worth. As you can see, he's able to get $10,000 and then ask for another $20,000, and this man is saying, I'm all in on it, as long as you can get the poor ladies in on it. So
and
he
his
know how to
birthday
get
is
his money.
February 14th.
You is a fucking lie.
No.
And I'm sure you're smiling right now. Jay, want to believe this. Jay's mom is an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. Ralph Pittman is an Aquarius. Kenya Marlo Hampton. And now Rocky Bivins is an Aquarius. I didn't know that. But that ain't my issue. And that ain't my problem. Rocky is fucking manipulative. And Rocky is controlling his wife. Aquariuses are controlling. Let me just go ahead and put that out there, okay? Let's go ahead and say that now. That Aquariuses can be very controlling. We're a very controlling sign, okay? Can I go ahead and get that out the way?
I wish you would.
And we also get along well with Cancer's Porsha, Wendy Williams. I don't know who else is a Cancer, but our opposite, who tend to be a lot like us, are Leos. So yeah, especially those August 16 ones. Jason Lee. Oh, Jay. August 16th.
Okay.
February 14th. Cool. And your mom is an Aquarius, so maybe you a lot like her, huh?
No.
Look at me. Turn the camera on.
Not likely.
But he very much so finesses her mind. Really? You cut on your camera? Good job. So you want me to add this part in?
No.
I will. But he very much so finesses her mind, right? I think he just like really finesses her mind. Are you watching the show?
First, Tamika's accusing you of the royalties.
Mama didn't say nothing.
There ain't nobody stealing your money.
You and Rocky stole my money. Mama didn't say nothing.
And now this with the promoter and the kickback.
Your husband, he's been dealing with a promoter and he's been getting a kickback.
Yeah, no, that's not true. I don't even know how it's possible for somebody to steal somebody's royalty check unless they forged their name, got their social security. First of all, you can't put other people's checks into to a bank of just anybody's bank account. They can't prove that. They can't. I didn't never have a bank account. It's so, and plus I don't know nothing about it anyway. But
You're just a casualty of war.
But we do know though. We do know that it's some bullshit because we are only we have 21 minutes left in the show and we at the concert already, the whole finale concert, the concert that was supposed to be, you know, the thing that they were doing this for. You know what I'm saying? And we still got 20 minutes left. So it let me know that it must be some fuck shit later on in this episode. So we move on to scene 6 and we are at the show. So I thought we was at the show. We was pre-show, now we at the show itself. SWV sounds the same. Okay, that's all I got. Tasha, no damn well she can sing. Okay, she can sing. The girl can sing. Coco can sing, but Tasha can sing too. And Coco at the end when they sung "Living in Vain," Coco, if you pay attention to Coco, she did not move her mouth at all. She was barely moving her mouth. She was like, Tiny went and stood next to her like, "Bitch, you gonna sing the song?" Of course not. Looked at that bitch like,
Coco said, "I'm not singing shit."
Coco was like, "I'm not singing." She is very stubborn. But you know what? If Coco is truly diagnosed with bipolar disorder and she has a chemical imbalance in her brain, then it's something that she cannot fucking help. A lot of people throw bipolar around like, I'm bipolar. But when you really diagnose with the shit, it's stuff that you can't help. And a lot of times people don't want to take the medication because it makes them like a zombie. You know what I'm saying? So there are people that are actually diagnosed with bipolar.
Well, bitch,
and
be a
don't just
zombie
say
and
it.
not an asshole, because Coco is an asshole.
You're right. And, but Xscape ending with understanding really took me by surprise. I was totally surprised that they wouldn't just take that and say, let's end with living in vain instead of letting you guys have it or letting us have it. You know, thank you, Lele, for that. But let's just end with living in vain. Let us all do it, and then let us end together with living in vain instead of living in vain, another SWV song, and then another Xscape song. That just didn't make sense. It's like somebody still had to show their superiority. You know what I'm saying? Somebody still had to win this battle. And it just feels like, damn, Kandi, y'all really couldn't end with living in vain. It's still y'all's song that SWV would come out and join in with. Of course it's not their song, but it's y'all's cover. You know what I'm saying? So right. I didn't understand why they did that. It really didn't make sense to me. Unless editing tricked us and flipped it around. You know, they could have flipped everything around and made us believe we were seeing something that we really wasn't seeing, that really did not happen. Anyway,
My sister and I aren't really speaking, you know, even on the stage, we don't have the same chemistry as we did before. A lot of times we'll kind of go by each other and smack each other on the butt or kind of, you know, hit each other and say, girl, you do your thing, or sing, sis. I'm not getting any of that, but it's okay.
Listen, if you walking in your truth and somebody else living in the lie, man, they gonna forever be running. You continue to walk. But get that mic.
Scene 7. We are backstage after the concert, and they were asking the ladies. Everybody was saying, you know the name of the episode?
I said it's sister versus sister.
It's called Bringing Down the House.
Honey, I'm talking about them goddamn fighting backstage.
Oh, right. Well, it's right. It's sister versus sisters back here. But Kandi said, they asked Kandi, how did they like it? Was it worth it? Would you guys do it again? Some of them said yes, it was worth it. Some of them said no. But Kandi, I was totally surprised by Kandi. Kandi is a go-getter, and I think Kandi weighs go get the shit or the drama. Which one do I want to go get the bag? So how about we just go get the bag and just say I'll deal with the drama, right?
Save the drama for your mama.
Kandi said that they could do it again. Tasha whole entourage came with her though. That was kind of shocking. I didn't notice that until Jay told me. Like, look at Tasha whole entourage and came with her when Tamika asked, let's speak. Can I talk to my sister? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Not the entire entourage went like she damn Beyonce or some shit, right? Like, damn. Tasha though, she act like a person, like I said, she act like a person with money, new money, doing new drugs. That's what she act like. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do find out she's snowing a little bit here, snowing a little bit there. But Tasha turns things up in the room while her and Tamika are talking. They're having a discussion. Tamika is being completely humble, trying to discuss things with her, and Tasha is not trying to be humble. Tasha wants to argue, and Tasha wants to boast her ego. Tasha's boasting of her ego, Tasha boasting her ego really caused them to get loud. And I don't know if Tasha will really be able to accept or realize that, but her boasting her ego like she did in the room really caused them to get loud. It was not loud. Tamika was coming to her humble, trying to just discuss, you know, what's going on between me and you, and she began to get loud. But these are real tears. They have Tamika in a confessional crying real fucking tears. And I feel so bad for her. We know that she cannot act, because if she could, Tyler Perry would have had her back on another play. He didn't have her again. She was only on Meet the Browns. Didn't have her again, so apparently she's not that good of an actor or an actress. So we can't say that these tears are on the spot tears, like she can make herself cry. She's really hurt. Her heart is broken, and she's crying. For real, for real.
You know, the sister side of me says, maybe I shouldn't have confronted her in front of the girls. Maybe I should have confronted her by herself. But the business side of me said, yeah, because it's wrong. For, you know, things to be salvaged between my sister and I, it's gonna take us actually sitting down and having a heart-to-heart. And I mean a real heart-to-heart. To me, this is bigger than money, Xscape. We're family. I want my sister back. The one that I said, oh no, we're gonna do this together. That's who I want back. I love my sister. I always will. You know, I still love my sister, but
Kandi is very comforting. We already know that because Kandi came over here to comfort Tamika. She's very comforting. And Tiny with these color eyelashes. Okay, like I'm just not understanding what the fuck Tiny got color eyelashes, girl. You have color in your eyes that did not originally. Right, you got color in your eyes that you weren't born with, and then you want to put on orange and turquoise eyelashes, Tiny. That's some ghetto ass College Park ass shit. Some Southside ATL shit. For real, Tiny. Like, if you don't get the hell out of here with that bullshit, I'm like, damn, Tiny. Subtle is way more beautiful. But you know what? T.I. from West Side.
Southside bitches is a little bit more hood.
That's true. That's true. That's what it is. Decatur is totally different from West Side. That's why bitches come from the West Side to Decatur whooping bitches ass. I want that bitch to move from over here because she be dragging me. Anyway, they got Tasha and Coco at Watch What Happens as the show is ending, watching Tiny and Kandi them do their little huddle hug. And Tasha clearly was looking bitter. Like, okay. They gonna keep doing it. She was like, we're gonna keep doing this, y'all. We your sisters. You ain't got another sister. Fuck that bitch. Fuck her. Give me a hug, Tamika. We doing this together. Xscape forever. Put your hand in. Woo. And Tasha was looking like, okay. She cleaning her teeth like this. Like, okay, it's all good. Cool. Anyway,
But it's okay. This moment is bigger than even that.
thank you guys for tuning in to this season of R&B Queens, SWB and Xscape, Queens of R&B.
Queens of R&B, Xscape.
Really? But I really appreciate that, y'all. We will be back here May 7th. Okay, May 7th, probably May 8th or May 9th with the Housewives of Atlanta review. Probably
or May 20th, Phil.
Okay, right. You're trying to be funny. We will not be late this time. We will be on time with our reviews. Anyway, listen to our podcast. Listen to the podcast, the Urban Binge Radio Podcast, everywhere podcasts can be heard. The Urban Binge Radio Podcast, everywhere podcasts can be heard. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that bell so that you can be notified every time we go live. Hit the bell so that you can be notified every time we go live.
And don't forget to listen to our podcast and stay tuned for any additional content.
Everywhere podcasts can be heard. That's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Everywhere podcasts can be heard. Everywhere podcasts can be downloaded. Make sure you comment how much you love that show. Make sure you download that show. And make sure you give us 5 stars on our podcast and the episode that you listen to. Sunday Flow Show are on the podcast. Sunday Flow Show will no longer be on this YouTube channel. If you want to catch the music from Sunday Flow Show, you're going to have to download the podcast. The music will not be on this channel anymore. We're taking the music out of the Sunday Flow Show coming up really soon, and it won't be nothing but the news in that show and a couple songs that they did not claim, but I'm not going to play with these people copywriting their music, and the podcast don't do that until they go capture it. Catch it. Like, take my shit down. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, like I said, we'll be back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell and hit that thumbs up. Hit the bell. Hit the thumbs up. Elisa. I don't know how I pronounce your name. Hit the bell. She said she missed us the other day. You know why you missed us? Because you didn't hit the bell. If you hit the bell, you will catch us when we go live. Thank you, everybody, Maggie, and everybody who tune in every time we go live. Everybody that tunes in, we really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and we are out. We'll see you guys in May. Coming up in May. Bye.
Bye.
Xscape and SWV showed up and showed out. We killed their performance together as a whole.
The Urban Binge Radio Podcast,
where we discuss viral topics, hot jams, new artists, fun, and informative interviews and conversations. This is your news stop for the hottest trend in urban culture news. 2 shows, 1 podcast, The Urban Binge Show and Sunday Flow Show, powered by The Urban Binge.
Haters like, am I going to hell for the things that I could wear? I ain't gonna hide my blessings when I know we've made a way. I'ma sweat it out. Gotta keep my hands high. Hollywood shine. Thank God for what I got. Let's go. Gotta thank them for what I got.
It was just a blessing in disguise. Thank you, 'cause I dodged a bullet. When you walked out, I thought that it was over, but it turns out that it was just a blessing in disguise.